Hey everybody, BrickLover18 here today with another book review. The book that I'm going to be looking at today is the Lego Train book by No Starch Press. As listed in the press release, this book retails for $24.95, and written by the author there, it's hard to pronounce. This book walks readers through the history of Lego trains and provides step-by-step building instructions for models of the German Intercity Express, the Ice, and the Swiss Crocodile, as well as the vintage passenger car. Readers will also receive tips on how to control trains with transformers, receivers, and motors, as well as advice on Lego train building techniques. Whether you're a longtime Lego fan or train enthusiast, you're sure to enjoy this book. So you already saw the front of the book during that little intro there where I read the press release, but this is the back of the book as well. Bring your model railroad to life, and it's got everything you'll find inside and then a little talk on the back, like what's the book's going to be about. As you can see, we have a train here, as well as a couple train models on the front here. I got this book a long time ago, but I actually wanted to read it myself and kind of get to know it before I made my review. Anyway, when you open it up, as you can see, we have all these cool little train designs. I like that a lot. The Lego Trains book. So here we have that and the table of contents. It's very detailed, the table of contents, so anything you might need is definitely listed here. Anything you'll be looking for. So as you can see, here is the introduction. There's a lot of words to it, but there are also a lot of pictures that accompany this book. So as you can see, there's a lot of different models here. This is just the introduction, talking about Lego trains in general. Now we move into a history of Lego trains. Just as you can see based on the picture, we have a couple different types of tracks that have so far been used for the Lego trains, so that's why it's the history of Lego trains. It's got everything from very old trains with the older track, with older parts and everything like that, the 12 volt. Very detailed, the gray era. I'm not going to get too much into detail because I can't, it's a book. Books are really hard to review because I'm not really supposed to show absolutely every single page, because the idea of a review is to get you to go out and buy the book. But I'm going to show you, this is a really cool book. I read all of the history on Lego trains, and I actually learned a lot of things that I didn't know, because Lego trains are a very big subject. So when you go from the really old style of motors to the brand new power function style, it's very interesting to hear everything they have to say. Here in this chapter we have the basic principles of the Lego train. So they've got a lot of different train parts. As you can see, they're not just Lego train parts. They're parts that you'll have in your collection that this author says is very important for what they're doing and how to make Lego trains. And as you can see, they have a bunch of different parts here. The different cool techniques you can do. Lots of illegal building techniques here. Again, a lot more techniques you can use to take your train building to the next level. Any building to the next level, actually. Here in this chapter we have designing your own models. So it kind of talks a little bit about the standard lengths and stuff like that. We have a couple models here. You have to choose which scale you'd like to build it at. And then this is a 6-wide train, a 7-wide train, and an 8-wide train. So 8 studs, 7 studs, and 6 studs, which is pretty important. It's kind of like building a Lego City vehicle. You can have anywhere from a really small 4-stud wide vehicle to a huge 8-stud, and it's hard to determine which one you're going to build when you set out building. Here in these pages here, it's giving a lot of how to build a steam engine. It's showing you all the different ways you can put the wheels and things like that. And I don't know where it is in this book, but I'm just going to talk about it now. I didn't realize that this antenna here at the top of the train that's on all my Lego City trains, I had no idea that was to bring electricity to the train. So I didn't actually, that's like a common knowledge thing, I guess you could say, because it's not just related to Lego trains. Well, I just found that out when I was reading this book, so I thought that was pretty interesting. So now we're at the second half of the book. The first half, as you can see, was just a lot of reading, very interesting reading. When I say a lot of reading, that's a good thing. It was very detailed, and it was great. You're not going to find this information anywhere else. Lots of pictures to accompany what they're talking about. But now in the second part of the book, as you can see, it's more building instructions. So we have 4 different models here of building instructions. We have the Intercity Express, which is this train here, and it's based off that train, and it's going to show you all the different parts you're going to need to build the train. And it's a Lego instruction manual now, which is pretty awesome. And once you're finished building this train, we have the simple gondola, which is pretty awesome. It looks like a freight train car, I guess you could say. And when you're finished that, it's going to show you how to build a Swiss electric locomotive. As well, the last build in this book is going to show you how to build a vintage passenger car. At the end of the book here, at 229 pages of LEGO awesomeness, you have the index, which again is a very detailed and look into everything that they found in the page numbers. Of course, you know what an index is, though. I really enjoyed reading this book. I will admit I'm not the biggest LEGO Train fan, but this book was really interesting, and I especially loved learning all the history of the LEGO Train, because might not be the biggest train fan, but I am a huge history fan, and I am a huge LEGO fan. So just kind of knowing where the history of the LEGO trains began, the different steps that they've been through throughout their, I guess, their run with LEGO. I have several LEGO trains myself that run around my LEGO room all the time, and I just think it was really interesting to get a better look into the LEGO trains. I want to thank No Starch Press for sending me out this book to review. I highly, highly recommend it. If you're interested in LEGO at all, or trains at all, and especially if you're interested in LEGO trains, this is the #1 book to get. You really do have to get it. I want to thank everybody so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, as well as a comment. Let me know what you think. And of course, if you want to see more LEGO videos in the future, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.